My name is Mike and I'm responsible for security solution for our products. So we show different solutions. So we have the solutions separated in different sections. For example, basic security requirements, runtime security and physical security. This is a one step, it is an overview of the solutions. So we have for a better understanding a diagram here. It starts with our hardware, and that's are the requirements from the customers. So we have different solutions. For example, one important thing is keys and certificates, because they are necessary for different kinds of solutions. Because, for example, authentication, device identification. So you needed it for cloud and server services. But you have the problem where created these keys and where stored these keys. And you can use, for example, smart cards or trusted execution environment, or for example, NXP CAM module. So NXP CAM module is for, you can use it if secure boot is activated, then it creates their own symmetric key. And this key you can use to encrypt other keys, for example, for file encryption. And so you can build a chain of trust with secure boot, file encryption and Unix hardening to protect your know-how, for example. And other physical protection is the tempo protection, for example, with encapsulation and housing. So there are different solutions with firewalls and intrusion protection to receive the target for manipulation protection.
So, in terms of security, is it possible to have 100% secure? Is it possible to have 100% security?
No, it's not possible. Security is a process, and over the lifetime of the product, you can never reach 100% because the technical, yes.
There's always some.
It's in development because the requirement changes, the technique changes. There are some vulnerabilities in the software, so you must update the software. And you cannot arrive 100% of security. So we have different solutions to receive different grade of security. So we have always our workshops too, to explain some different things, for example, law things and technical details and how you can make your system secure, for example. Another important thing is our provisioning system. So you can use our manufacturing to analyze your product. So there are different solutions. For example, it's a standard provisioning. We create key, a public and private key, and grab the public key from the model and give it to you, and you can use it for device identification, for example, or for updates, or for rebranding. Or you bring your own device to us, and we make the installation with this device. So it's a black box for us, and you can initialize your system with your features in our manufacturing.
Is one of the important new ways to do security is a secure element on the chipset itself. Do you work with these solutions, or are you not talking about this part of the security? And is a lot to do with software updates also? Like,
yes,
what's over there?
We support exciting devices, for example, smart cards or TPMs too. But we prefer to use the features of the controller. So for example, NXP has an NXP CAM module. It's had same features like a TPM. So it's better to use it from the controller instead of an external device, for example. But if you want or you need to store more keys and so on, so it's better to use a smart card. And so you have a different key storage outside the flash and the controller.
So when you talk about controller, is it on the SoC, the chip, there's a Cortex-R or something like that, and you use this for security?
Yes, we use the Cortex-R, for example, or there are additional modules on the controller. For example, the secure boot or for encryption or for cryptographic isolation. There's this kind of features we use, but some controllers have additional security controller inside the case, so we can use it too.
Is there also something that can be said about the embedded world, the embedded industry, not having thought about security enough so far, and now everybody's thinking more about it to do better security in the future?
We must take security in the future because there are some different laws. It's coming soon, for example, the Cybersecurity Act and so on. So we must push some security features in the device.